Alright.
Alrighty. It's going to be great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright. I'm gonna invite fucking first to the stage as well. He wants to be up here, but I also think that he's gonna be the only one here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm one of the only other people besides you guys that are actually interested in looking at this shit. So I feel like if we can all talk about it, it may help give some more clarity on my own gameplay.
Indeed.
So I'll just talk over everyone. Is that cool?
Yeah. Talk as you
No.
need.
No.
Alright, I think right here. Yeah, and then I remember how we were talking about how they were fucking up defensively wise and
If I have
Okay, I
feedback,
remember.
just let me know.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at this shit now and I'm starting to think, why don't the pros play with coverage?
Right?
Alright. Let me know when you're ready, Lyndon.
I'm just plating up a thing of chili, putting it in the microwave, and I'm going to analyze while eating chili. It's going to be sick.
Ooh, it actually sounds cozy as hell. Alright. So we've got BDS and G2. And both of these people so far, I think, have been more so in the rat race kind of situations. BDS has shown they're capable of being more flexible with conventional, but so far both teams here have not shown meta.
Yep.
All right. Oh yeah, and then we talked about Drawley jumping and how coverage by beast mode would be great as a rock here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so if beast mode was calming that he was OC, Atomic could be pushing up really hard opposite side. And then this jump here by Drawley could basically be seen as a mistake. I don't think Drawley should have jumped at all. He should have just played a little bit more passively with his coverage.
We find that in many cases where Jolly shouldn't have jumped.
A lot of BDS's play, especially I think Monkey Moon, he shows himself good as pressure, but any other situation he kind of just drives inefficiently.
Yeah.
Okay. So we see Exotic turning. He's taking that more active approach. Why is Exotic jumping? Okay, no, he's flipping. Yeah, now instead of Beast Mode having this really tight rotation, same side, because this coverage here is on the same side, it's not going to be as valuable, whereas if Beast Mode was over here sideways with his coverage. So Monkey Moon's committed. Daniel's ready to rotate, and I hope he does it quicker. Oh, this is a perfect moment for them to do the coverage. Like, he can just rotate here, and if they need a bump, he could bump. And
Exactly.
Beast Mode keeps as a passing option and as support. This is a perfect moment for that.
Let's see if they do it.
Dude, I was thinking about this game like a little bit ago, and I was like, G2 showed how they could play perfectly within that first 10 seconds, and then they just threw
8 seconds.
away they threw the baby out with the carriage. Yeah, so now Atomic's ready to go and Beast Mode is turning back. I don't think he should be turning back. At most here, this is going to be a 50. However, this is a high momentum potential ball. So if he just kind of sits here, nothing bad's really going to happen. That's obviously if he trusts Atomic, but these are fucking pro players.
Well, foreshadowing.
Yeah, so it ends up being a 50. And Beast Mode's now backwards. I'm pretty sure, especially in some replay analyses that I've done, I've specifically told people don't do 360s, and this is why.
Yeah.
Now your coverage is incorrect for the play.
Yeah, 360s are for drift competitions, not Rocket League rotations.
Sometimes in like if your coverage, that's an exception. Because then you could turn it to support, but here it's completely unnecessary. Okay, so Daniel does do that coverage path. Except now beast mode I would take it calmed. Exotic's a little pushed up. I'm gonna watch Exotic's pathing here. So he flipped. Yeah, and he's not even slowing down here. He's just deciding that he's DC now. I almost want to say he can push up a little bit more for support because of the 50 being such high momentum potential, and then he could have a first play on this. It is risky though. I think DC is completely fine, but if they do trust their teammates, they should be assuming that the play is going to come out as expected.
Yeah.
You know, Beast Mode has to make the fucking quickest rotation of his life. Whereas if he was over here, he could just turn and exert pressure by presence.
Exactly.
Yeah, now we have 2 committed players for Orange. A committed Monkey Moon, a committed Drawley. This is a 1v1. Yeah, now Monkey Moon has to either go DC and let Atomic take. I don't think so. What the wide rotation? This is what I was talking about a lot with you and Asher, I believe, first. This wide rotation, where the only coverage here is by this guy. Where there's a complete side of the field that needs coverage, where if we have that guy that's coverage, he can turn into either that, or if you just turn in, faking your boost amount, that coverage is still vital, even if you're low boost. It means a fuck ton. Yeah, now Atomic either has to turn in or Daniel has to turn in. Either way, it's the same coverage. They're all going from right to left instead of having that rock there to decide where they're basically coverage themselves there, where they can turn in ready or go back.
And I actually kind of like where Drawley is right now.
I actually really like it too. The only thing I hate about this though is instead of Monkey Moon going DC, Exotic's still facing into here. If Exotic was DC, I would love it a lot more. But this coverage is fucking loved by Drawley. Yeah, now we have that that like we're all in this play for it. Because I think Beast Mode might have a potential play on it. Yeah, so he bumped Monkey Moon. So if Drawley could have pushed up, he could have become support, and then Exotic could be going down now, and then he could have been the support player. Where now they have to calm and decide who's going. So I don't think this is incorrect, but I would have loved to see Exotic go DC. Yeah, now because they went from right to left, Atomic's coverage is looking wonky. So we have a committed beast mode. Drawley's in a really good spot. No, he's backwards. I fucking lied.
Just needs to do one little half flip instantly, and then he's good.
Yeah, so yeah, now he's turning back. If Exotic was DC here, they would never have to worry about this. This turn here would be seen as inefficient.
But alas, earwax.
Yeah, and he even attempted to turn on. I think that was a calm then. And Drawley's now back, and yeah, now instead of having that pressure position supported by support, now it's literally a 1v2. Monkey Moon's committed, Drawley's defense, Beast Mode's committed. Atomic's not really in this play because of this outplay touch. So it really is a 1v1 yet again. So Atomic kind of has to fake here, and if he doesn't, yeah, because the outplay touch is past him. Drawley corrects himself, Monkey Moon becomes support. Yeah, there's this wide rotation.
Yeah, we see that a lot.
Yeah, Daniel had to turn back there because Atomic had to fake, but... Oh, why can't I draw? There we go. If Beast Mode were to have come in, like, right here, Atomic could have then turned into coverage, where he could have turned in, either becoming pressure in this case, because Daniel's still backwards, or if Daniel wanted to turn on that, he could have turned to be support.
They're really still playing the game reaction-based versus pro-action-based.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's like, we have a plan, but we're going to be letting our opponents decide what plans we have, instead of the other way around, where our opponents are plan, and we have options to pick.
Exactly.
Yeah, so now Atomic is still trying to... It looks like he's actually playing that correctly with playing coverage. He's a little fast, though. I'm going to watch both teams so we find a little bit more here. What the exotic? What the monkey moon?
Well, Monkey Moon.
Yeah, this interaction here would have been fine if Monkey Moon was all the way over here. Because they have that earned man that's still out. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But now we have that like coverage backwards and forwards, which is perfectly fine. But we have no helping coverage.
Monkey Moon, we find him doing this a lot. Where he rotates up, pushes up, matches coverage, and then when they call him who's going to be taking it or not, he goes back and just keeps going back.
I don't know if this is like, because this is a common like twos habit, because high momentum potential balls are very common in twos. So I don't know if it's just he's not a ones player kind of thing, but this is very odd to see, I would like to say.
Yeah, and it happens so often too.
Yeah, now I'm gonna actually look at Atomic, because I'm not gonna say where he's facing after how many cars are seen turn weird. So I want to almost say he turned incorrectly, because he turned defensively where he could have turned offensively, where we have possession. And we have two defensive players.
Yeah, like, see, I understand their mindset in this exact scenario, but I don't understand, or in this exact pause frame picture. Like, I understand what they're thinking now, but the thinking beforehand was the mistake. Like,
Yeah.
they're matching coverage, and I don't know, they're giving up.
It's like
The
all the
power
way
of-
back here that those mistakes are now costing up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost want to say it wouldn't have been too late for Monkey Moon to just go up and be committed. Because they still have that earned man. He could start bumping and doing something where Exotic just turns in wide.
Mm-hmm.
And then Drawley makes a play on the ball, and even if Drawley misses, well, great, we have a guy turning back, and it's still 1v1. Oh. Yeah, now we see Monkey Moon getting a little bit more correct.
Your position.
It's still not correct. This is more correct. I like that a lot more. I would have loved to see Exotic, though, be like more facing forward, though, with Monkey Moon like that.
It feels like, when you turn an assignment in late, and you had the assignment done, you just turn it in like 12:01 a.m. when it was due at 11:59 or whatever, and then you're emailing the teacher to see if you can get partial credit. This is like he's forcing himself to either get a 0 from his rotation or get partial credit.
Yeah, either
on his
or
rotation.
he could have just turned in the assignment and been fine.
Exactly.
Oh, I almost want to say I would be surprised if this isn't a goal. Simply because we are seeing correct coverage and there is momentum here. I would love to see Beast Mode turn in wider here, though. But other than that, I see no reason that this doesn't turn into a goal, because these guys are going to have to X out their defense if they want a chance. They're facing each other.
Yep.
So this is just tough. Unless Monkey Moon pre-jumps his own life away. Yeah, this is still being hit down. Atomic's up. He's
Oh,
ready.
man.
And Monkey Moon does pre-jump.
Ah, he's just slow.
Yeah, where if he was over here, he could have just jumped instantly. Because then it would give Exotic an easy save with him being up here. He could have turned back, and it just would have been so much cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now Atomic's up, and they're going to play for the 50. This is something I'm really surprised by, where almost all 50s end laterally in pro play.
Hmm.
Yeah, now Exotic has to turn... What, the beast mode?
Okay, just get a quick pan over to Drawley.
Yeah, so we see beast mode faking the aerial. Daniel's still pressure, and Atomic's committed. I'm actually not too against this. Like, if Atomic goes for the bump and beast mode starts heading more middle, with Daniel being pressure, this could be really, really good.
And in this play too, what's different between when we saw Monkey Moon going up in the other play is Atomic's committing early, and he's choosing to be committed, but he's also setting it up so that he can turn into the coverage role if needed.
Yeah, exactly. And even if nothing works out, well, great, now we're coverage.
Exactly.
Yep, so Daniel's on. Atomic goes for the bump. I would have loved to see him fake the bump here, just so he could continue on his course for more. But it's not that big of a mistake, as long as Beast Mode starts heading more center, getting ready for this. And he's not heading center. Yeah, so now, even though they're up a man, they're really not up a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, this is like the opposite of what Falcons does.
I don't like the matching coverage here.
Me either.
Like Atomic could have turned right instead of left and not gone up the wall.
Yeah, that's with the fake demo and all that. I would have loved that. Because now he has to either turn in and become coverage, and then his final destination would be like right here. Whereas Daniel he has to make the fastest rotation here, and then whatever happens here, he has to decide off of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Either way, they don't have room for this big mobility.
Yeah.
First, is this something that you see parallels in gameplay that you see?
Got stage fright.
All right. I was almost about to say this is like the opposite of what Falcons does, where they have like a guy here and a guy here, and whatever one of them does, the other can respond to. Here, they both need to decide, and they both need to communicate it very quickly. This is no longer instinctive, and I feel like it's going to ruin the flow. Yeah, Drawley's what the fuck. If Drawley had like a quicker rotation, obviously he was very, very committed, but he could start taking that coverage that they want.
Just like in chess.
One decides their DC going. Okay, Exotic kind of has to become support.
Why are there no orange players here?
Yeah, like if there could be someone playing OC, somebody playing support. Like,
did they both? They're both back there. What are they doing back there?
They're both all the way.
Why?
Each other, actually. This is probably a calm play, but I would have loved to see Exotic pushing up with this more so. Because then Drawley can start demoing. Because even though he didn't take the fastest rotation path and did take this really long path back, he could still turn sideways and just... It's an instant committed demo threat. And even if not, this becomes a demo threat,
Coverage.
and then he just turns off, and then he becomes that defensive player.
Yeah.
Obviously not backwards, so maybe a little bit more upfield, but more laterally than anything. Beast mode. Okay, good. Yeah, so Atomic's, I'm pretty sure he's calming, he's going.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, go back and watch those two. They both went almost all the way back, and
Yeah.
neither of them went far enough to get the back boost.
Wait, did it
Why do
just
you-
disappear?
Maybe
Oh, it wasn't even there.
yeah. They didn't. Neither of them went far enough to get the back boost. Like, you're already committed. Just go back.
Yeah, they're the same players at this point. If they one would have waited here, even facing backwards. If he would have waited here, he could have potentially had a backwards challenge on this ball. Obviously, if he was facing forward, it would have been better because then any touch here would have been a giveaway of possession. But this is very poor gameplay. Yeah, now we're seeing beast mode even rotating the same side. Holy shit. So
Wrong needle. Point the needle at your enemy, not at yourself.
Yeah, so he's going. I would have loved for him to potentially, like, go like this almost. And then, like, question if he can go. Because Daniel's going to be out of the play. He has to be up here. And beast mode's more mobile, having more boost. So if he can turn upfield or potentially back, that would be really, really good here. What the trolley? Is he up? Okay,
Wait.
no, he's not up. I fucking lied. Yeah, no, beast mode's also going. And Tomic's there. Yeah, so I feel like no team here is confident in their comms.
I don't like what's starting to happen between Drawley and Exotic. I don't like this interaction that's about to incur.
Me either, because now instead of having this person here that would have been support ready, and this person like maybe a little bit further back, definitely not over here, but like farther off screen, being there with the coverage.
Well, yeah, this is a position which traditional threes rotation would have worked fine. Like, they could have just rotated first man, being Monkey Moon, Exotic being second man, and Drawley being third man, and they would have been fine. But this is like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. What is Drawley covering? What is he threatening? Like, he'd have to turn a ways.
Turning back. Yeah, so now Exotic's wanting to go DC. Whereas if Drawley was here, he could be positioning for support. And then even if this does become a high momentum potential ball, Exotic just goes here. And Drawley then supports that. Yeah, now Daniel's ready on this ball. Atomic's got his hands in it.
Atomic.
His dick in his hands. Whereas if he would have been up here, he would have been the guy committed. Beast mode would have been probably right around here-ish. And then Daniel would be here. Where the coverage would have made a lot more sense. Because then Daniel could have also turned wider. If Beast mode would have wanted to go on this.
Yeah, then just playing for the 50.
Okay, so he does get an output. I'm gonna watch Monkey Moon here. What's this? He jumps off of this? Okay. I wanna actually watch his POV.
He's not going to have enough boost for this follow-up.
Yeah, so I would have just gone off here. There's no shot. This like look, like what are you doing here?
Still has a flip, but he's not. Yeah, there's so much speed now. He just drains 30 boosts so fast.
Yeah, he jumped while boosting. That's why. With the touch like that. So normally you would either have that air dribble setup or the flip reset setup. It was a low momentum potential ball with a jumping boost.
I don't like it.
I don't. What the fuck is happening? What is happening?
Wait, Atomic, why?
If they're trying to argue that in the long run, he can wait as he's going to see what's going to happen, that won't work eventually, Because then this team's just gonna learn that this guy is out of the play. Then they're gonna recognize that they're up a man.
Or not.
They might not, but we're looking at pro gameplay. Any information that can be concealed, I'd imagine they'd want.
Mm-hmm.
So having Atomic like even fake his boost amount, fake an aerial, we don't really see fakes. Faking at pro play is gonna fucking change a lot.
Yeah, especially convincing fakes. Like, if you can just blatantly fly past the ball, we've seen it used a lot in scoring opportunities, like where someone will go up and just fake the touch and then someone will shoot it from behind. But there's so much room for it to be played in the midfield, too. Like,
Exactly.
when you have two people behind you, fake it, get one, like, be up a man while you're still grounded, have him go flying past you, and just play the 3v2.
Yeah.
Breaks it up.
I have a really strong feeling that the coaches of these teams, like, this is a fucking 6-7-year-old game, right? Probably even older. It's like 8 years old at this point.
I'm not pitting coaches against each other, but you want to know what Green told me about Flakes?
What?
That it's completely unused at the pro level.
Yeah, and that's
or even higher levels.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to say,
Exactly.
no, there is a reason to use it.
Yeah, it's currently unused. He's not wrong, but there's potential.
Yeah, even
Well,
Flakes
I mean,
ran
you guys
into.
helped me. You guys even got me to from diamond to champ in
20 minutes.
Yeah, like even Flakes ran into the same roadblock. Like even what I had with even trying to attempt to join Strive. For reference, I don't know if I told you, Lyndon, but I had to almost convince Ninja the entire summer that I had something worth saying.
Mm-hmm.
and Green was treated like a human, and I was kind of treated like a fucking pet on a table. And I have a very strong feeling that this could be that because this is just misunderstood. Like a lot of times you would hear it like, "What does coverage mean? How should I be positioned here? What am I doing here?" You know what I mean? It's And even Flakes was trying to do this with his pro team. He was trying to explain to them that there are better ways of doing things. And he's even stated before he's not willing to play RLCS until they become efficient. And this is that. We're trying to teach efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
You should get a sponsorship with Flakes.
I was honestly thinking about it. I was thinking if Lyndon's got the fucking in with him, dude.
I do.
I would be curious to see what Flakes would think of this.
Mm-hmm. Imagine getting Flakes on here as a coach.
Dude, that would actually mean a fuck ton as well, because then it's not like, okay, these guys are talking out of their ass, talking about coverage, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Now we're talking
okay,
out of
we
our
gotta
ass.
Getting him
Flakes
on
is
board,
saying it too.
get an endorsement from him. Obviously, there would probably be like a royalty or something that'd be paid, but
Yeah, Flakes already has astronomical prices for his replay analysis because he just doesn't do that many of them. All right.
And by astronomical, he means like $200 an hour.
oh yeah, you're CAD, aren't you?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Canadian. Okay, so this is perfect fast rotation. Holy shit. A little too late, but
Fast and late.
yeah. So him committing here was a mistake, and we already established that by this was being a giveaway of possession that he was committing on. This was that committing on a committal play. So his
Yeah, exactly.
rotation is late no matter what, but now he's rotating fast, which is really good. I want to see if Atomic does that thing. He doesn't do it. Fuck. If he's going to try to become committed here, that's very risky. Because Drawley could potentially turn on this. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. He's kind of exotic. He's kind of chilling on the wall, but now he's upset. I'm gonna watch this again just to get a full picture. He goes DC, decides he wants to go, then decides he doesn't.
I wonder if there was something calmed there.
Well, either way, this is an incorrect use of DC. DC's just to sit there and be defense, while this guy can go.
Exactly.
I almost want to say, now this play makes sense. It should have never made sense in the first place.
Well, exotic is much more pressure than he is DC.
Exactly, yeah. He's very mispositioned, and even Drawley, he commits inside of the net. I almost want to say a faster rotation from Daniel would have made sense here. Because now Atomic's trying to cover that, and it doesn't at all make sense.
Yeah.
Like, this pass is never happening, especially with this guy being low boost. Yeah, now Daniel's starting to try to become that, like, defensive rock kind of thing. I want to...
Yeah, and he had the boost advantage to start out. Like, he had the resources.
Yeah, he
Atomic
could be
didn't.
going right here. Yeah. Oh, I would
Atomic could have
loved
just
to see beast mode fake. Yeah, what were you saying?
Atomic could have just stayed where he was, collected some boost pads, and twiddled his thumbs for a little bit, and this would have ended up being a better position.
Yeah, like, almost if he would have went like this, it would have been so much better.
Yeah, or even if he stayed back and let Daniel go up, imagine the fake play or the like passing play or anything, because he's like their actual backboard is not covered here. Like exotic is kind of there, but like he's not. Like he's he's faced the wrong way. He's not close enough to the net. So if he was able to get a reset to backboard or like somehow transition this into a little bit higher momentum play, then boom, Daniel's right there. And what are they going to do?
Exactly. I almost want to say this play here is justifying a lot for blue. Because, for example, because he actually touched it here. If he were to fake this and bring it low, this basically means that Exotic's positioning means nothing. It's going to bounce straight up, and most likely, if Exotic's going to try to read this is an outplay touch to the side. Whereas if Daniel was positioned up, would not get past him, or if Exotic was like this, it would not get past him. This play is almost enabling blue to be incorrect.
They enjoy validating the other team.
Yeah, now Exotic's got ready on the ball, and Drawley had time and space to turn sharply in net. And now Atomic's not even committing as committed. He's just fucking off.
Yeah.
So this is a pinch. Please don't jump, Daniel. Fuck.
Ooh.
I said don't jump simply because cool. This is a cool touch, yeah. Like, he's probably gonna hit it like here. Yeah, this is a cool touch to wall, but what then?
Yeah. Like this is already going to them. You're already going to have possession. Don't force it or give it away yet.
This is the equivalent of flicking early in ones.
Yeah.
Like, you're just giving away possession. It's not threatening, and you could have gotten something so much better if you just waited.
Unless he fakes, Atomic gets a shot.
That's never happening. I want to say that's almost never happening, especially because even if he does fake, Exotic's in line with it. I don't think it would make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
Because he's still trying to play for the 50. Yeah, now Atomic's still making that wide rotation back. We get that touch. Exotic actually does get a touch on it.
But it just does the same thing that Daniel would have done originally.
Yeah, exactly. And now Monkey Moon's ready and Drawley's... I'm gonna watch Drawley. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's so okay. I
You can't do
I don't even know.
that. You can't do this. This leaves the net completely open.
Hmm.
If Drawley would have literally waited like a few seconds, had Monkey Moon go here, and then have him established as pressure, his rotation out would have been so much cleaner. It would have made
Yeah,
a ton of more sense. And not only that, numbers would have made sense. We're no longer having to scrambling back. It's yeah. Now Drawley's realizing his mistake. It's a little too late though. Atomic doesn't go fully back, which is better, but
yeah, that's it. We gotta take the little ones.
yeah, if he would have like turned like how Flakes does in his road to SSL without mechanics, because we still have basically possession here. This is our play here.
Yep.
Until Monkey Moon gets it, obviously, but until then, we can play as aggressive as we want until we have to start respecting his outplay touches. Damn, Beast Mode's right underneath him. If he would have stayed, he could have almost turned into coverage, especially if he went this way. I'm gonna actually watch that again as well, all the way around. Yeah, if he would have turned the other, because his boost was also stolen. Yeah. Atomic, this is good. Holy shit, I actually love orange right now. Except for obviously this coverage guy being here. What the exotic? Yeah, now we have DC. 2 DCs actually. Yeah, now we're seeing the effects of him pushing up early. Because now he has
Yep.
to go back and now he's miscomming with his team. I wonder why he didn't. I wonder why Monkey Moon didn't commit on this ball right here. Because this is not
Yeah.
that bad of a ball. Like, even if he jumps here and he doesn't hit it, it means a lot more to be there than saying to your opponents that you don't have a plan.
Well, and also look at the boost amount from Daniel and Beast Mode. Like, if you get a good touch there, you're effectively up 2.
Exactly, yeah. Because Beast Mode just committed and you see a guy committing. Yeah, now we're both DC. And then this becomes who challenges. Okay, so Monkey Moon does go on this. Atomic's OC? No, he's not. If Atomic really wanted to play OC here, he should have been up here right about now. And then being ready to go back down. Because OC, he covers wall and the floor. And it allows Beast Mode to have a free rotation back behind him. Even though he should have never been there and should have been here. Oh! Yeah, now Daniel's committed. Beast Mode's committed. Yeah, now Atomic's out of the play. This is a 2v0. And they keep on doing this thing where the mistakes they're making here, like even like this coverage where he could have gone back as soon as he's seen this touch and how it was a hard touch. And Daniel's going for, like, because we're seeing so many mistakes, this is allowed. Like, we've earned this privilege. Should never be a privilege.
Right?
Because of these mistakes, we aren't like this, and we've earned this. This should never be a privilege. Yeah, even with this.
Even at this level,
Yeah.
lack of punishing mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously we're going like frame by frame on these, but
Yeah.
it's still the same principle of these bad habits are staying because you're used to them working.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we see Atomic even going there, whereas even if he was like right here, right about now, his 50 would have been to the side, and 50s to the side are much more effective because the chances of the ball hitting back into this guy become significantly lower. So Yeah, and Daniel even does go for the threat here, but it's too little too late. Yeah, now Atomic's 1v2ing. I love draw.
Actually,
Yeah.
Exotic doesn't even stay for beast mode.
He goes for boost and goes out. Oh, he
Yeah,
wanted
but
to get
like,
there.
yeah, but like, he still could have. I don't know. I feel like there's a good chance that Monkey Moon does something that makes Atomic, at least awkward. At least he gets like a pass to Drelly or something. If Exotic stays just to take out beast mode, it's just in. Like,
Yeah, because a passing play would render this guy out. Yeah, and then if this guy's bumped, yeah, he's out. It would be a free net. Holy shit! What the fuck? I hate how they're relying on this guy as well.
Yeah.
I would almost argue this is a really good position for blue. But after what we've seen and how much they've earned of this, I want to say they should have never gotten this. Because yeah, everything here is caused out of mistake. Either way, though, this is still very, very pungent for blue. That was a unique word I used. But yeah, even if Exotic just stays and goes for the bump there, yeah. What the wide rotation?
Whoa! Why?
Yeah.
Wait. You got a haul ass,
Holy
man.
shit, it's me.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about, though. Even the wide rotations are really strong habits at pro level. And then this also takes up this coverage this guy's using, and then a play with the ball or the player, then this passing play is ruined. This is no longer a reliable option.
Yep.
It's almost like everything Flakes has been saying for years is true.
It's really weird. He's basically the Messiah. He's a prophet.
Can't even watch him. He gets the touch into a... This looks like a solo play if I would to guess.
Yeah.
Because then this becomes a 50, and then this would be a high momentum potential 50 to the side. But if this was calmed that it was a pass, this is fine. But Exotic does need to make more use of his shit by bumping beast mode, because Atomic is inside the coverage. The coverage is like this right now. So his coverage is actually inside of this.
I think Exotic just wants to get back quickly because he sees nobody is right now.
If this was a solo play then in calmed like that, there would be no reason for him to go back. That's why I almost wanted to say Drawley could have stayed here almost, or even sideways. That might have been a little bit easier to deal with. Because then the 50 to wall, then it's very, very legible. And even if Daniel has a play on it, what play is he going to have other than straight to the other wall? Yeah, now we're seeing the repercussions of us being hasty with our shit.
Look at how close together. You've got two of them up in the same direction and one of them flipping in the other direction. Nobody is able to turn if something bad happens here.
Yeah, this either has to be an outplay touch, or this 50 has to really work out. Either way, we're betting on odds we can't control.
Hail Mary.
Yeah, now we do get the outplay touch, but what the fuck is it for? We didn't have this guy here that was ready for it, and even if we had that guy over here and this guy over here, while this entire play was happening, and it was a 50 out, well then great, this guy becomes more active, more opportunities, because Daniel has to get back as well then. This entire play, because it worked out, I feel like there's the human aspect that's coming into it, but also these comms just aren't efficient. These comms are not good. Yeah, now Exotic's actually turning opposite side.
which like I understand, but if you just like wait a little bit longer and then watch the play, like he was coming in essentially, it was kind of a weird committed coverage role, but not traditional coverage. Well, I say traditional. No coverage is traditional because we just made it like 2 days ago. But what I mean is like he was coming in, and what he was originally threatening was a boost grab and a bumper demo or something like that. But that's weird to commit a whole player for that when
Yeah.
when you've got two, maybe not two, one person who is pressuring the ball full boost on the other team. Like I don't know, it feels off.
Yeah, it doesn't feel. To me personally, it feels like the only. It's like Lethamir's kickoff. They're maximizing speed. In the control aspect is on the lower end of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they
And this
feel
is
like they can get away with it because they're consistent, but that doesn't mean
well,
anything here.
yeah, there's not a lot of mechanical ability, but their positional and pressure control is what needs work.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Because now, yeah, because Monkey Moon's here, he has a free turnover here. And his coverage would mean a lot more, especially with the interaction coming over there. What the coverage? Yeah, if Atomic goes over to corner and then comes back while Daniel keeps going, that's the only way I see the coverage making sense.
And even so,
Yeah, Beast Mode's still kind of out to die, though.
yeah.
Whoa! We see an incorrect turn, an incorrect turn. Is he jumping for this and missing? He is. Yeah, and now because they have two people there, their entire team's going to be committed. Yeah, they're all committed now. They're praying that Beast Mode can be a correct passive. Oh, this hurts my head. I almost want to stop it here at this clear because it's almost been an hour.
Yeah.
Man, that shit.
This has been this is the most confusing section of replay we've watched.
Yeah, this is. I think Falcons is still my favorite team after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly type that into shit. But holy fuck, that's annoying that these guys are getting away with it. I don't know if it's that aggravating, but it's a little annoying to me.
I'm about to start getting up in arms. I'm about to raid the Capitol. Maybe I shouldn't say that because there's an election coming up.
I'm gonna head to general chat. I'll
see
you all there.
I hit the fucking clip of my life and my clip button wasn't working.
Sheesh. So first, does what I'm trying to teach you make a little bit more sense now?
I feel like listening to you is easier than listening to Green.
Dude, okay. Well, thank you first of all. That's a huge compliment. But
I'm not saying what you're teaching is better than his. Thing is, it's easier to understand what you're saying over what he says because he has a name and terminology for everything. He wants us to just understand where to be. He wants us to give the actual name. I don't want to go to college again.
Yeah,
when I'm trying to play in high school, when I'm in high school.
Yeah, me and Lyndon, I feel like it's a lot more intuitive once you get it down. Because it's no longer a system of checklists. It's just a you're in the right spot or you're not kind of thing. Either way though, if I would argue a coach, no matter how they teach, will accelerate your Rocket League, but I would be very curious to see what Flakes has to say about that.
I want you guys to check this shot out, and I want to what I did. I'm probably not gonna be able to hit it in front of you, and if I do,